Hi, I'm Calvin, aka K-Livin, but today there will be no rapping. Instead, I'll be welcoming myself and several guests to introduce you and educate a few people on music therapy. I know it sounds an odd concept at first, it's a slept-on thing, but when you go into it, you've probably experienced it yourself. You've been high off of the benefits of this. I mean, when you come home from work, what's the first thing you do? You walk to the train, jump aboard, or you get inside your car. You set the stereo on, pop in your headphones. Those headphones act like a little pill in your ear that express the emotion the author's trying to get across. And when you feel that, it lifts you up. You get to sing along, you get to jive away in your head, whatever. It's always, when you get to the end of your journey, you're feeling a little bit better, there's a step lighter, and your smile's a little easier to lift. I've seen music pull crowds together into mutual ecstasy. On the flip side, it can also push people down to their knees and weep with the understanding of the meaning the artist is getting across with his music. In the same instance, I felt my mood switch with glee in hearing the first three notes of a song that I love. Your smile lifts a little, the world seems like a brighter place for the moment that song is on. It relieves you from all the stress of the day. In scientific research, a phenomenon known as musical chills, shockingly, only half of the people in their survey have felt that. Which is crazy to me, because I feel this every day. In more interest is the sensation of spine tingles, goosebumps, or as they say in clinical settings, musically induced friction. It can dose your brain with dopamine, which is the feel-good chemical that hits like pleasure. And I find that astounding that music can do that. Physically, chemically, it changes the way your brain is working. But only you can determine the spectrum of sound a specific song which gives you this delicious shiver, Beethoven, Bach and Tupac can't do it for all of us. When I'm spending time revising, writing, or in any way concentrating on one specific thing, I find that a certain type of music can help my mind involve itself in what it's doing and absorb it away from distractions. So, physically, this can happen in the same effect. When you're listening to a beat in the gym, it's going to get you involved, you're going to match that rhythm. So the drum sequence is actually showing to kick your body's rhythm up. With African drumming, heartbeats match the drums, which can be quite extreme in some cases. I'm surprised people haven't had a heart attack right now. But on a scientific tip, 15% is how much the endurance is raised according to the gents at West London Brunel Uni. As well as finding out you step energy up, energy efficiency by 1 and 3%, might not sound much numerically, but when you're lifting that last weight at the gym, the last rep, last set, you need that energy. Every little helps. Brings me swiftly onto the topic of the real spiritual benefits connected with music. Connected with music, the connectedness of music. You see that at festivals, hundreds of people dancing together. You've got African drum circles where everyone's doing their own individual rhythm, but they're making a wider spectrum with the whole group. And even, or should I say especially, with rap circles. People freestyling together, they're all bouncing off each other's vibes, and they're connecting on the same wavelength. And it's incredible when the action's happening, and you get that emotion.
Yeah. Yo, I don't need to shine bright. I don't need a limelight because I shine bright. Giving you an insight, so I'll take flight to a different dimension that I even need to mention. Without a father, it's hard for me to grow up with no love, waiting for him to show up. But the CD did turn up, and it's been spinning ever since. Yeah, and see, my man Calvin over here knows how to oversee where the music goes in your heart. Yo, so show him how it starts. The art.
Okay. Yo. I see you when they're eating your pizza. Are you gonna give us some pizza? Cause we are really hungry. I'd like a slice of that. It would be nice. Amanda sitting out here trying to rap. I said the T word. 20 push-ups for me. I get on the floor. Keep going. Keep rolling. Spit on my tongue like this. You don't understand. It goes sick. More bitches. More lyrics. Everybody knows that we ain't getting ignored. This is the anthem. Stand up, hands up in the sky. We coming out tonight. Yo. We are living live. Okay, so this is George. He plays gaming for a living, professional fighting. And tell them a bit more about yourself. What instruments do you play?
I play drums and I sing and scream.
He sings and screams, so we're talking more of a heavy metal band here.
Heavy metal, pop punk.
Go on, how you feel like music has changed your life?
It's opened a lot. It's opened a lot of opportunities for me. Allows me to express myself, and it's just generally always been there for me. I was able to meet a lot of new people, but in the end, that's just the same thing when you join any band.
So we're talking with Kathy and her daughter Freya. And what is it exactly you do, Kathy?
I teach singing and drama and musical theatre to, ages 8
Young
to 18.
adults mostly?
Yeah.
Okay. And Freya right here has recently become a musical superstar. Freya Bayaboo, is that right? Is that your stage name?
Yeah.
So, how do you feel music has changed your life? I mean, it's become your career, which is quite a big thing.
Absolutely. It was my career before because I'm a trained opera singer. So before I had this one, I was touring in operas and musicals. Teaching just does put a completely different angle on it, and you see people develop and grow, and it's fantastic to see confidence.
Exactly.
Grow.
Okay.
It's great. Really.
Do you feel like with the students you teach, they found another emotional outlet through doing the music?
Definitely. I often get in my singing lessons, especially year 10, year 11, where everyone is so stressed from school.
Yes.
You often get, usually the girls will come in and you'll give them an emotional song to sing, and the next minute they're in floods of tears.
Yeah, it's really letting it out.
It's a release for all the 10, 11 stress.
And they don't have to talk to anyone about it. They can just sing that song, and afterwards all the pent up everything is gone.
Absolutely,
it's flowed out.
Yeah, and they go back into class just feeling a little bit better than before.
Yeah, a little weight off their shoulders.
But also the breathing of singing is really good for that.
Okay, thank you very much, Kathy. Thank you, Freya.
Welcome.
I look forward to hearing your new album. What do you do in your music therapy lessons? What does your teacher go through with you?
My teacher's called Chris. We call our teachers by their first names in our school because it's an autism school. And Chris records songs with me, and sometimes he sings in them.
Does
and
he?
plays instruments.
So Chris works on things that he knows you're confident in. So he knows you like singing. He doesn't try and teach you too much of the music in the music therapy.
I hope that me being a singer will raise, because singers are usually famous, me being a famous person will raise some autism awareness.
It's more of like a release of achievement.
A release of achievement.
Yeah.
It's been waiting inside.
Yeah, definitely. Because you're releasing stuff, innit? You're writing down like release music. Yeah, definitely. Because a lot of rhymes you're writing, you're trying to explain your feelings and that, aren't you? Like, a lot of the time, but not like blatant. Some people might not even get your rhymes, but you get your rhymes, and that's your feelings. And it's like when you rap, you go into a zone. When you're writing and you're thinking, you're in your own little zone, concentrating, and you're not necessarily concentrating on writing. You're concentrating on thinking and your feelings. And
You're positively self-absorbed.
And it's just coming out at the end of the pen, basically, isn't it?
That's it.
Yeah.
It's channeling. This is a group discussion, but we've got to do it on the move because we're all busy guys. So let's just get an introduction. This is Cinco you would have seen rapping throughout the day. Dale's been our cameraman, dedicated guy, and as I said earlier, I'm K Living. So let's carry on. One of the things we want to discuss is people's motivations behind making music. I feel like a lot of people out there in this day and age are doing it for money.
I would argue that I do it just to blow steam up. It started as a diary thing, you know, like I would just write how I felt, and then I found out I could do it while rhyming, which made it more fun, which made my problems into a fun thing.
Yeah, it's a challenge to get rid of, but a positive challenge.
Silver lining.
Like that. You're a guitarist. Can you ramble on guitar rather than just say pre-written songs?
I think it's more enjoyable to do it that way. That's where many songs come from.
Exactly. It's an inspiring thing. So another thing that's crazy is actually when you're freestyling, it's shown to help the two hemispheres of the brain merge together. So you know you got a left and right side.
Yes.
Like I know we've talked about this before.
Cohesion.
Yeah. So your left side is I believe your left side's the creative side, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And your right side is your more logical, mathematical mind. Rappers were taken in an experiment under MRI scans, and the parts of their brain that lit up like fireworks was the visual cortex, so that's like prefrontal and stuff.
Yeah.
So they're mixing communication and the visual cortex. But the parts of their mind that went totally silent was the self-analysis side, so like your reflection of self.
Just like now, like right now, we're freestyling from the camera.
Exactly.
These thoughts never like was really like set before, but it's within us.
This presentation, documentary, and the interviews with everyone has been to increase music therapy awareness, as well as reassure myself with what the benefits of music therapy are, because before this research that I've done, I wasn't fully aware. Now, I know that it can involve, for some people, as we spoke to Freya, learning in an environment with an actual therapist, and it can benefit like that, or informally, as I've been doing it with my friends and such. And I feel music therapy is such an important thing because I have been using music therapy for years without even knowing it. Every night writing or freestyling by myself or with the groups, it's always opened me up even more than I've before known. So I've showed sides of myself that I don't think I was able to open up to, because it gives me that confidence. I lose my self-consciousness, and you're caught up in a flow. On the topic of musical chills, we discussed this earlier. Fascinatingly, in a bit more recent research I've done, it coincides with the openness to experience factor. And that is how willing you are to feel new things. You know, taste new foods or play a game you've never played before. It's different experiences. The people that were less likely to feel those, that 47% that hadn't experienced musical chills, were closed in. They were not open to new experiences. So something about that struck me. So many people are stuck in their comfort zones today. Today is that day where I challenge you to break out of those. Spontaneously, click here, go to my personal YouTube channel, or above you can find my SoundCloud. In the links to the video, you'll be able to get all of these as well. And then you can see exactly for yourselves how music therapy has helped someone like me. You can see the progression of an artist, as well as finding out how you can get involved with music therapy and, you know, support people like myself and my friends that are doing this for the love of the art, not people out there making money. Because we're here, we're passionate, and we're doing things. There'll be an album coming out soon, which I found therapeutic to make, stressful as well, but thankfully I've had music there to do the de-stressing. So let me know, hit me up, best tell me about those musically induced friction, you know about those. And look, this is why I'm here, and everyone I work with is doing this, so we can transform the world, and how we're doing that is to start with ourselves. Positivity blossoms everything. Enjoy your music therapy week. I hope you find out more and get involved. Much love.